Hello everybody, my name is Brittany Shine, and today I want to tell you my experience of what labor feels like. I cannot speak for any other mothers out there, but I can tell you that my labor was a lot easier because of the things that I did before my labor. And this is my firstborn son. His name is Benjamin, and all of the days that I was pregnant, I was like, Lord, what am I going to go through during labor? Is it going to be painful? Am I going to go through a traumatic experience? Am I going to have a C-section? But I didn't really panic that much because I prayed to the Lord that God would give me peace, and He did. He really gave me peace throughout my entire pregnancy, and even during my labor, I had peace. But I just want to share my experience of what my labor feels like. So it feels like a big bowel movement. It feels like a big bowel movement that you have to push out. And when they say it's time to push, you're basically like pushing like you're trying to get a big bowel movement. Like you're trying to do a big bowel movement. You may feel a little bit of menstrual cramps. Some women feel painful menstrual cramps. I didn't really focus on my pain as much, and my pain wasn't actually nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. And that was another thing that I was like, okay, how am I supposed to breathe during labor? You know, how am I supposed to breathe? And what I did is I went like, pretty much the entire time of my pregnancy, and you can actually see it in my natural birth video where I just breathe like that the entire time. Now I did have the help of a doula. Her name is Juanita, and she really helped me through my contractions. If you can afford a doula, please get a doula. Because doulas really help. I didn't know how helpful they were until I had contractions. But before you go in labor, like during your pregnancy, you want to make sure that you stay active, because if you work hard, not saying put too much on yourself while you're pregnant, but staying active helps with an easy labor, like walking, squatting. I did a lot of squatting before my labor. I did a lot of walking. I had more pain before my labor than I actually had during my labor, which was round ligament pain and lightning crotch. Those two things are so uncomfortable, but I didn't have that during my labor. But also during my 9th month, I was pregnant for all 10 months, but during my 9th month, I actually went on the Daniel's fast, and that helped me a lot as well with the bowel movements. Like my bowel movements was perfect when I was on the Daniel's fast, and it's basically just a diet, a vegan diet, but it's more of a spiritual, biblical based fast. I had contractions for 11 hours, so basically my labor was 11 hours, but my active labor was only 2.5 hours, and I think it had a lot to do with doing squats and a lot of walking. Those are the main 2 exercises that I've done throughout my entire pregnancy. If you work hard before labor, chances are your labor will be a lot easier. But if you wait until labor to do squats and walk around and stay active, then you might go through a harder labor process. But just think of it as a bowel movement, because that's really all it is. Like, I used to think, oh my gosh, like, is his head going to press down through my cervix or whatever they call it? Like, is it gonna be painful? Am I gonna feel a big pop? Like, what am I gonna feel? I didn't feel none of that. Like, I just felt a bowel movement. That was pretty much all I felt. And I was so glad because I did it in the water as well. Like, water helps a lot. Like, it's a lot more smoother. I can't tell you my experience of what it would feel outside of the water. You may Well, okay, like if you have a bowel movement, you're not in the water, so you're basically pushing it out, like you would if you were sitting on the toilet or something. But because you're doing it in water, it's a lot more smoother, and the baby comes out a lot more smoother. When my baby came out, I didn't even feel him come out. That's how smooth it was, because I felt the push. But all the way until the baby came out, I didn't even feel him. It was, everything happened so fast. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe he came out. Like, I can't believe he's finally out. If you want like a natural labor that's a lot less painful, I would recommend a water birth, because water birth is natural. You don't have to use any pain medications. You don't need epidurals or anything like that. Like, all you have is water, and that's all you need. Like, I mean, it worked for me. It was perfect for me. I couldn't see myself give birth any other way. It was just perfect for me. So hopefully this helps someone out. Thank you all for watching. Please stay tuned. Please subscribe. I will be posting more videos of our family life. Welcome to the journey of the Shines, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.